Hey everybody, what's up? And we're live again. Let me make the sound a little bit more quiet. I hope you had a good day. Super cool to be back alive. Pew, 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 pew. So let's get into it. Again, of course, first quick sound test. Let's see. Of course. Check. Let me do also quick sound test. More far away, I think that the sound is not so good. Yeah, so I have to be more close to the mic. Let me know if I sometimes forget in the animation. I forget to speak into the microphone. But I think the sound is okay now. So I haven't sketched today. So excited to do that now. Cool. We're going to animate more jumps today. Also, maybe something I'm saying it now for several weeks. Feels like years. But I think I want to try today to go into perspective with the jumps. That's super excited. Sounds for me like, okay, this can be only a total failure. I'm going to try and give my best, going that next step into 2D animation. And yeah, having fun. So, bear with me. Again, boring, but it's important to warm up a little bit. Just warm up a little bit. So these kind of boxes here in perspective are helpful to just remind myself that at some point in my life I learned some fundamentals and not doing only the fun stuff, the animation stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. Sketching boxes in perspective. Woo! The most fun thing in life. Woo! I think when you're not familiar in total with art, with fundamentals, with all those things, I think when you see, or let's call it differently, you're an outsider. You're an outsider. You have nothing to do with art. I will call you now outsider. And now, if you're an outsider and watching this and seeing, why is he sketching these boxes in perspective? What is he doing there? I will not explain it to you. I will just leave you there. Just confused. Think that I'm a little bit crazy. And again, I forgot plug in the power before we run out again. Like we did almost yesterday. So connected. So we're good with the energy. So joke aside, these boxes helps a lot to keep the perspective eye sharp. So when sketching, when animating, we're doing a lot of stuff in perspective. Similar to you opening a 3D program, there you automatically can open all your tools, all your shapes in the proper perspective. But if we're here on a 2D canvas, so it's two-dimensional, where do we go? We want also to establish this axis here. We want also to go into the room, into the perspective. So we want also to have these axes here, Z-axis you can call it. Here you have X, here you have Y. And yeah, that needs just a little bit practice on a regular basis to feel free to sketch into these dimensions. So that was my talk for perspective. I hope you liked it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for visiting. Okay, cool. Beep boop, beep boop. So then now let's sketch. So sketch a little bit the human body. The rib cage. Then the hip. just to stay also a little bit sharp, and don't. I sometimes also it feels like that I learn anatomy, and then I take a break for a couple of months learning anatomy, and then sometimes it feels like, oh my god, I forgot everything. I forgot everything I've learned. I did so many anatomy studies. Where's all the practice? Why do you know that feeling that sometimes it's just you have to learn it again, and then you have to learn it again, and you have to learn it again, and then when you think, oh, no, sorry, you have to do it again. So that's sometimes the feelings when doing anatomy studies, that it just takes so much time to feel comfortable in sketching the human body. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So here we have a rough interpretation of the human body. I'm taking here a little bit the mannequin. You maybe have studied also from Loomis. I like to use it as a base. Always helps me to establish basic proportion of the body. And then I like to go over and add some muscles. Yeah. So in a second, when I've maybe warmed up a little bit, we're going to start the 2D animation fun. The feet, the foot. Adding here the arms. Here we have this angle, here we have this angle, so like that. Shoulders, and that, hips. Cool. So I think that will be it for today in terms of warming up. We're going to now to animate the next jump. We're going now to animate the next jump. So let's start with that. And let's see if we're going to open a new canvas, and sometimes also fun to watch the One Piece animation we did, just to quickly get in a good mood. Can't wait to do another one, and also even do a more improved one where we also give the line work a little bit more love. But it's cool to see what we did in the last streams. So let's get to the jump where we left off. So this was the last jump we did yesterday. These were the last jumps we did for the last streams in the last session. If you have any question to these kind of jumps, you can ask me now, later in the chat, in the comments, or where you like. Happy to answer it if something is not clear. Now we're again going to continue from the animator's survival kit. And yeah, let's see. Excited for that. And also here really only the key positions. Only the key positions are added here in the jump. So let's see if we're going to add in-betweens. I don't think so. So today probably the plan is to sketch that first jump, animate it, and then maybe going into perspective with a more simple jump. Let's see. So I think I will going I'm going to explore now the first jump. For that, I'm going to use similar proportions like the jump we did before, just decreasing the opacity there. So I have a size reference on how I'm going to animate this jump. Let me first only start with the body. And let's see. What fun do we have here? I think this has to go a little bit up. Like that. Sketching now the first key position here, where the character is standing on the ground still. Nothing spectacular happening here. And now also the arms. And the other arm here. Like that. This one is behind the body and also this one is behind the body. You know the game. Also we have a little bit perspective implemented here. Let's clean this one up. Make it a little bit more easy to read. So we have the first position here. Now we can again increase his opacity. We don't need that anymore. We have the first position established. So we're going now to the next position. And this here is frame 1. And now if you also maybe have the Animator Survival Kit at home, I'm right now at page 214 animating the jumps. If you want to follow and see the key positions in the book, you can follow. So let's do the next one. And right now the body here is moving super strong down. That would be also interesting to see. It may be a little bit more realistic animated jumps. How far the body is moving down. But here it's moving super far down. And the body is also, of course, I'm seeing it a little bit too big in terms of proportion. We're going to correct that in a second. Maybe like that, and also in terms of the volume, a little bit too big. So let's make that more consistent. Here the body is going a little bit here. Also, let's even increase how far the body is bending here. That's also cool to see. Now the one arm comes here and here. And we have the arm here. This is in front. The neck comes somewhere here. Here we have the head. Like that. The head is looking up. And the other arm is doing a similar movement. There it is. So let's indicate it again with some basic lines here. So here the character again is going down. And something also to maybe take care of for the future, to think about the body weight. So the center gravity is right here now. So it's sketched believable or in a realistic way. So he's not falling down to the side. So just thinking about that. Or asking when animating, does that pose make sense or not? So yeah, just small questions while animating. Okay, we can indicate the hip here. So here the character now goes down. This is already frame 7. I don't think I will add any in-betweens, but it's interesting to see, just in terms of timing, that we would have a couple of in-betweens here. So let's go to the next one. And now the character is jumping up. And again, what we've learned, it's important that the position where the character is stretching and going up, that the foot is still connected to the ground. So let's add that. Again, here's some background music. So now the character jumps into the air. That's always a position I like to sketch in. Super fun. And I think we have to go even higher. Go more higher. We have to go more higher. So let's sketch that in. Like that. Okay, and now indicating which one is behind the body. Sometimes also, of course, just in terms of a workflow, it also can make sense to first establish the position and see if you're happy with it with your key drawing, and then add those details, what's behind the body, what's in front. So it could be that in a second I have to make corrections here, and then it would be a little bit wasted time to add these lines. But yeah, we're not machines, so yeah, doesn't have to be always the perfect workflow. But yeah, just a thing I wanted to mention. Cool. So now here's the other arm, a little bit big, a little bit smaller, no, a little bit small. So adding in these lines here. This here is in front of the body. I like to clean that up a little bit so it's yeah, just quickly easier to read. Of course, we wouldn't have to do that for the first pass of animation when we're going to clean it up anyway, but yeah, I like to do that. So this would be already, I feel like also in terms of proportions has to be a little smaller. And I feel like I would like to add a little bit more, like this part a little bit longer, and here feel free to experiment what's looking good for you. Not really a right or wrong here. Also, I would like to make that a little bit here more close, so the perspective feels a little bit more right. Using the right brush. Yeah, that's better. And this would be already frame 11. where he's jumping in the air. And then we have the next key drawing in frame 17. So let's add that. And also, of course, let's reposition this one. Like here. And also this one has to be repositioned. So he's not doing actually a step here. So that's better. Of course you could also add a step, move the character around, all those kind of fun things. But for now, yeah, we have him here at one position. Cool, so let's do the next one. Let me drink a little bit. So let's go into the next animation. And now he's going to move into the air. Let's first sketch it a little bit here, more in the front. Like that. The character looks down a little bit. And is looking up here. And the other arm goes here. So here now he's jumping in the air. And the other leg comes here. And is behind the body. So this one is in the front. Let's clean it up here. And also this part here in the front. So cool! Cool. Make it a little bit smaller so we're consistent in terms of proportion. Maybe also let's move it a little bit more here. Maybe like that. Maybe a little bit higher. Maybe something like that. I think that looks good. And then again, we position a little bit the drawing to see what's feeling good. How does it look good? And now the next one is going to land. So we're using this one, this character, this position here in frame number 11 as a reference for the next one. So we want to have that on a similar height. Just so you know, I keep the proportions consistent. Reference drawings we already done. That's helping. And now he's again stretching and is landing on the ground. So cool. Cool. So here really it's not about a beauty contest of how beautiful your drawing could look like. It's more about finding an animation pose you're happy with. That's the focus. So this one goes here, maybe this one is a little bit behind the head. And here. Okay. Like that. Cool. And again, the characters looking here, still that. We already trimmed 23. I feel like also, let's make it a little bit more small, just in terms of proportions, and bring it a little bit more up and stretch the legs a little bit to have that nice elongated effect. You could call it smear, maybe it's even a squash and stretch, but yeah, more squash and stretch. Yeah, cool. So let's quickly use the line tool here to make the lines here a little bit more consistent and thick. But do we need that? Okay, cool. Trim 23 and get here contact with the ground. Looks fun, I would say. Looks fun. So now the next drawing is where he goes into the knees. So let's sketch in the next frame. And it's similar to this one, but with the arms still in the air. Put it a little bit up. Like that. And also we want to have a little bit of depth here. So we're showing the feet here. The head somewhere here. And the arm somewhere here. Like that. And this one is in front. The body feels a little bit out of balance, so that's what I tried to mention. So let's quickly correct that. Indicate where the hip starts here. And now the legs were too much sideways, so we have to implement a little bit more consistent with how we show perspective here. So maybe we do it like that. First we get a little more. And it's to be longer. So yeah, don't rush this process, also enjoy it. Even if some parts maybe can be a little bit difficult to animate. Enjoy the steps, the challenges you're encountering. Like that, that's okay. Not perfect, but okay. And again, let's move it here. So this would be already frame 27. Cool. So, let's add one more before we do a little break. And now again the character is on his feet, and I will do just, because his pose will be almost identical. Let's quickly go here, make this one longer, this one longer. Then we go to edit track, assign multiple cells, a cell name to, so we automatically reposition our frames here. And now I can create just here a new frame and quickly sketching this one again. So nothing spectacular here, using this things you already sketched. So to save a little bit of time, like that. Cool, and now we can just reposition it and bring it here to the front. And of course move it here. Like that. And of course, like we see, we have a little bit, just some degree problems with the proportions. Let's fix that. This one we don't need anymore. Make this one a little bit bigger. And also make this one a little bit bigger. Cool. So the proportions, like you can see, are not perfect. I think the character even has to be like this. But in terms of proportion. Yeah, so we could rework a little bit the proportions, but I think it's working okay. The basic animation works okay. So cool. Then I will do a quick break, maximum 5 minutes, I think, and then we're going to do the next animation where we, I think, add a little bit more squash and stretch. And yeah, excited for that. Cool. See you in a second. Thanks for watching so far. Okay, we're back again. I hope you can hear me. Okay, we're back again. Yeah, I think so. Should be good. If not, let me know. We're going to get into the next jump animation. For this one, let's decrease the opacity. And then we're going over it. This one will start similarly. And let's start here. So again, we have the head here. Maybe here. And now this will be almost or exactly like we sketched it in the version before. Nothing too fancy. Now the other leg. Like that. Cool. So let's go to the next one. And here we have a little bit more different kind of key position. Looks also fun. And what we will do now, we will add a face here. Like that. Nothing too fancy. And the other arm comes here and here. Something like that. Let's see if we it still looks okay. We're going to clean it up here. I'm not going to lose my voice. Also, yeah, it would be not fun, but maybe shortly to lose my voice in the stream. Probably more sad, but in the first moment maybe also a little bit fun. So here now he's going down. Looks like he has a big problem. Similar like a problem. He has to go to the toilet. Let's hope for him that's not the case. So now the foot. And the other foot also. Do 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 do. So he is going down. Indicate that this one is behind the body. Again, if you're watching that already a little bit, you can also see this pattern of the character moving down and then stretching. Also here 1, here we would have 7. Let's go to the next one. Here the character will not immediately stretch like that, but do something a little bit different. So I think only the upper body will stretch first. So let's make good use of that. Maybe even going a little bit more down here. Or maybe let's sketch it his legs first. Like that, and from here the character will stretch. Let's see how this would look like. Super interesting. Never did it like that, I think. So we have a super squish and stretch effect here. And also let's add the arms. Curious to see how this will feel like if we go and play it a little bit more faster. Looks definitely fun. So it'll be 10. And now he's going off into the air. And leaving the ground. Maybe here, sketch the head here. Here's the nose, the eye. See how we did the eye before. A little bit bigger. Maybe like that. It's okay. Keeping the direction he's jumping in consistent with the drawing before. So, for the legs. Make it a little bit bigger, no, maybe like that. And also bringing it a little bit down. And let's make the legs a little bit longer. And let's move on here. Oh, this one is a tricky one. I see. Maybe like that. This part's still a little bit longer. And here's the legs. He's going off into the air. Let's bring it a little bit more up. Like that. Reposition so the drawing looks good. I think that's okay. Maybe one down. Yeah, I think. Okay, of course, when also then adding squash and stretch, we have to feel out what looks good, what looks not so good. With the positioning right. Yeah. So let's also add the arms here. So. Cool. So these are the first positions. Super fun. Let's do the next one, where he now will be in the air. Let's sketch it a little bit more here to the side. Then repositioning it after it. Like that. The other leg. Like that. Body goes here. Head is here. The arms here. And the other arms here. Cool. Oh. So here is now going to jump into the air. Make it a little bit smaller so proportions are better. And again, like I said, let's work on the position. Maybe like that. I think that's looking okay. Maybe pay a little up. Wee! Cool. And yeah, to add this little bit of squash and stretch gives the whole animation a little bit more dynamic. That's cool to see. So we are here in frame 16. And we're going now to the next frame, frame 20. So let's do the next one, where he's preparing to land. This position looks also fun. Here's a foot. One foot and the other foot comes here. so. Here's a character is preparing for a majestic landing position, it looks like. Almost looks like a ballerina movement or something like that. And now again we position it so it makes sense in terms of the curve how the character is jumping. Cool. This would be frame 20. Looks amazing, I would say. Super fun. Super fun! Again, if you have any question, let me know in the chat. But until then, we're going to continue to animate here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Then in the next one, he will stretch his arms. Like that. Cool. So now character will land on his feet again. A little bit up. A little smaller. And here the legs straight almost. And here now is landing. And this will not be the final landing position, so he will go on his knees and then coming up again. To have, I think, also that force when coming from a higher position, so he's not still, but then going a little bit down and then up again. Is that indicated? Oh, that's it. A little bit higher, I would say. And of course, portions. like that. I feel like we're also getting a little bit bigger from drawing to drawing. So, and now here, we'll do that and that. Cool. Not 100% happy with the drawing, but it's okay for now. So let's do the next one. This will be frame 26. And now he's going up again. With a little stretch. So we're also adding that one. Like that. Arms long. Make it a little bit bigger even. And yeah, cool to see how the squash and stretch can give the animation more dynamic. And here now in the normal size. Cool. And also let's reposition it here. I think this is super fun. So I will end for today. It was a super fun stream again. Then probably tomorrow will be no stream. But I think I will stream then again on Thursday. And we're going to continue to animate more jumps. And probably then also going to add or try to add to animate a jump in perspective and seeing what are the difficulties there. Super excited for that. Hope to see you in the stream then, or if you can't make it, also I will upload the highlights on my socials. Thanks for watching so far. If you have any question, let me know in the comments or in the chat or us in the future streams. And yeah, let's quickly recap what have we done. So here in this one, let me quickly show it to you and increase the opacity again here. We have a jump with more without squash and stretch and with a little bit more normal proportions. a very basic jump where he's going down. The feet's added a little bit perspective. The feet here are still connected to the ground. Also here, then he's going to jump, and in the other one we're adding a little bit more squash and stretch, and yeah, playing with that and giving that jump a little bit more dynamic by elongating here, by having the legs here in the same position, and first, before the whole body is going up, like in the other animation here, the whole body is going up, but here first only the upper body is going up, and then the whole body is following. And also by adding the squash and stretch here, we can give the animation a little bit more dynamic. And also the same goes for here. First the legs are going down, and the body then, the upper body then is following. Depends also, of course, of what you want to animate. If a comic style, cartoon style does fit the storytelling. But yeah, I think it's cool to experiment with it and also try out different versions of squash and stretch. Maybe a little bit more extreme, maybe just a slightly touch with squash and stretch or smear. Yeah, so super excited for the next stream. See you on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Bye.